good? What is up, guys? Faces Gamer here, and welcome back to another video on this channel. We're going back to the world of Sonic for this video. As you know, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, I'm gonna be presenting my favorite Sonic levels for every single Sonic game that I've played. I wanted this list unfortunately doesn't go up to Frontier, so it stops at Forces, so that's kind of a bummer. I really wanted to talk about my favorite Sonic Space level, but unfortunately that's not gonna work. So this list goes, as I said, from Sonic 1 for the Genesis to Frontier. To Forces, not Frontier. Good lord, I think this is hard. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, starting with Sonic 1 for the Genesis, we have Marble Zone. Now, I know I could have chose Green Hill, Starlight, or Spring Yard. Heck, I even could have chose Labyrinth Zone just to be funny. But I genuinely like Marble Zone. I genuinely like it. I love how I just love the aesthetics of this level. You're in an ancient ruin. Not that much more needs to be said than that. Now, again, I know I could have been boring and picked Green Hill, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be genuine here. Alright, so next up, Sonic 2 for the Game Gear and the Master System. Now, this game, not very talked about much, because not many people care about 8-bit Sonic 2. But for 8-bit Sonic 2, I went with Underground Zone. The reason why I picked Underground Zone, because, you know, it has the easiest emote to collect, and I just like the zone overall. Now, that doesn't mean that I hate, like, Sky High, Green Hills, Aqua Lake, Scrambled Egg, or... Okay, Scrambled Egg maybe a little bit. Crystal Lake, not so much. But Underground Zone, I just feel like, is the best zone in this game. And it's the first one. Who knew? Okay, for Sonic 2 for the Genesis, for 16-bit Sonic 2, originally, I was going to do Hilltop Zone. And Sky Chase. I was really going to do Sky Chase. But then I switched it to Hilltop. But then when I thought about it, what was the one zone I played a ton of when I was a kid? Mystic Cave. I enjoy my time when I get to Mystic Cave. Even now, even on Origins, I enjoy Mystic Cave. I just like this zone. I just like the aesthetics of the zone too. That's it. No, there's no arbitrary reason. I just like it. Alright. Up next for Sonic CD. This one was pretty obvious for myself. I was going to pick Stardust Speedway, but Palm Tree Panic is my favorite stage. Probably because back before I bought CD for the PS3, I ran this stage so much in the demo. They moved the mic to the side. So, for Palm Tree Panic, during the demo, ran this stage so many times, it wanted to become my favorite. Alright, so, for this next one, for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I might lose a lot of people, but just hear me out for this one. My favorite stage, unironically, in Sonic 3, is Sandopolis. I was gonna be boring and pick maybe something like Flying Battery, or I could have did Marble Garden, I could have did Hydro City, I could have did Sky Sanctuary, I could have did Doomsday Zone, but realistically, I actually do enjoy running through Sandopolis. I can't lie and say that I don't. I can't be like, oh, this stage is so bad. This stage only has one good act, man. Act 2 is so bad. It's not. I can assure you, ow. Beer got stuck on the mic. I can literally assure you that Sandopolis is not that bad once you get used to it. Once you get used to it, it's not a bad zone. Especially Act 2, it's not all that bad. Like, if you know what you're doing, the ghosts literally pose literally no threat. They pose no threat. Alright, up next we have Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit, not 8-bit. I know, it seems like I'm cheating, I'm using a fan game, but how could I not use a fan game? It's the only version that I played. Alright, for Sonic Triple Trouble, I chose Sunset Park because you get lots of speed here. And people love going fast. I could have did Grand Turquoise or even... Yeah, I could have did Grand Turquoise or that snow level. I don't really remember the name of it, but... I chose Sunset Park just because the 16-bit music, man, it's just good. I did it. Alright, for Sonic 3D Blast, Volcano Valley was really the only option. I couldn't get Rusty Ruin, but that one just seems like the most obvious answer, so nah. I did Volcano Valley because I actually really do like Volcano Valley. I find it to be one of my, it's definitely my favorite, because it's on this list. Alright, next up, we have Sonic R. Now, originally, I wasn't going to put Sonic R on this list because, for whatever reason, I wasn't going to do it. But I played a good bit of Sonic R. I played a good bit. I mean, good enough that I got up to Metal Knuckles. And I was like maybe like a couple emblems away from getting Tails off. And then I was going to go back and I was super close to getting Super Sonic as well. But for my favorite list, I could have did Regal Factory. I could have did Radiant Emerald. But, or is it Radical City? Was it Radical City? Right? See. But for Sonic R, I chose Resort Island. And my only reason, can you feel the sunshine? If you played Sonic R, you'll know why I said that. Alright, up next we have Sonic Adventure 1. And for Adventure 1, there was really only one correct answer here. And it was Emerald Coast. Yeah, it's another Sonic game where the first zone you play right out of the box is the best, is my favorite one. I've done so many run-throughs of Emerald Coast, I've lost count of how many times I played Emerald Coast. I love this zone. And I even love the rendition of it in Sonic Speed Simulator. That one actually gave me some ideas for how I could play this one, funny enough. But yeah, ever since I first played Sonic Adventure back in 10 years ago, it's been my favorite one. My favorite level from Sonic Adventure. I could have chose Speed Highway, but I like this one a lot more. Alright, now for Adventure 2, Pyramid Cave for me is I love running through Pyramid Cave. I don't know, ever since 2015 when I bought this for the PS3, I've done so many run-throughs of Pyramid Cave, so many. Now, this one, Adventure 2 was kind of hard, because I was gonna, originally, well, really, I had no idea what stage I was gonna do for this one. When I started looking, I thought Radical Highway, but I thought that one was too obvious. Then I thought Green Cave, that one was too obvious. Then I thought, why not Metal Harbor? Nah, it's a good stage, but nah. Then I thought City Escape, but that one was way too obvious. Then, I don't know where I thought Crazy Gadget, because I don't hate that stage as much as I used to as a kid. But, no. In the end, I wound up picking Pyramid Cave, because, like I said, I played this stage so much when I first played it, of course. Especially going for that Covenant earring. Oh, man. Alright, for Sonic Advance, for Sonic Advance, go on. Alright. Sonic Advance, I was going to do Ice and Mountain, but then I thought about it. But then, as I went to go click it, Secret Base Zone actually started playing in my head, and I picked Secret Base Zone. I don't know. Secret Base Zone, it's just a pretty fun level to run through. It doesn't do anything terrible, doesn't do anything wrong. It's got speed, it's got platforming. What else could you want? If you want more from Secret Base Zone, you're not getting that. Alright, for Advance 2, Hot Crater was the only correct answer. The amount of speed you get in Hot Crater is insane, and I feel here that Hot Crater was built for Advance 2. It's like one of the only other stages in the game that was built with speed in mind, because you can reach some crazy speeds in the zone. I couldn't pick music part, but at first I was thinking techno based, but nah. Hot Crater was literally the only correct answer. And you know what? The same thing can be said for Sonic Heroes. For Sonic Heroes, I did Frog Forest. Look, for Sonic Heroes, this one was pretty obvious. If you had to ask me what my favorite stage was when I first played Heroes, I would have told you maybe Grand Metropolis or Power Plant, because I loved those two stages. And back then, I didn't really think too much of Frog Forest, but as the years progressed and I came back to it, my favorite stage, hands down, no contest. Probably like runner up would probably be Lost Jungle, maybe Bullet Station, maybe and definitely Caesar Hill, Ocean Palace. But Frog Forest, my de facto number one. For it now, Advance 3 was where I started running into trouble which stage I wanted to pick. Because I was picking out of Ocean Base, Toy Kingdom, and Twinkle Snow, and then Cybertruck. And then when it came down to it, Cybertruck was my favorite stage. When it came down to it, reason being, this is the stage that I grinded the most keys for. Even like more than Route 99, more than Sunset Hill, more than Ocean Base, Toy Kingdom, Twinkle Snow, and Chaos Angel put together. Okay, maybe not Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel, so many keys were gathered. But yeah, Cybertruck's my favorite. I just went on that long tangent. Now, Shadow the Hedgehog, I was not gonna put this game on here because, truth be told, I haven't really sat down to play Shadow the Hedgehog since 2005. Not gonna lie, since I was 9 years old. But when I thought about it, I was like, oh, okay, I could just put I could just put Westopolis, because that's, out of all the stages in that game, Westopolis is the only stage I remember. The only stage I remember. Really, the only stage I remember. I don't remember no other stage from this game besides Westopolis. So Westopolis wound up being my favorite. Wound up being my favorite stage for Shadow just because I had to pick something for Shadow. I had to pick something, unfortunately. Alright, up next we have Sonic Rivals 1. And my favorite stage is, of course, Sky Park. It's a carnival stage. There's nothing much more needs to be said than that. Yeah, we can just move on. There's nothing really much to say about Sky Park. It's a carnival in the sky. There's really nothing much to say about it. Alright, for Sonic and the Secret Rings, this one was kind of tough. This one wasn't as tough, but quite obvious though. Another obvious one. For me, my favorite place to run through when I was playing Secret Rings the first time was Night Palace. I could have went with Dino Jungle or Evil Foundry or even Sand Oasis. Really, I was thinking Skeleton Dome. Or maybe even Pirate Storm. But then Night Palace, then Unawakening Float played in my head, and I was like, yep, Night Palace. I love this stage. I love the song for this stage. I love it. Alright, up next, Sonic Rivals 2. Blue Coat Zone was probably the only correct answer. Now, for instance, I don't hate Sunset Forest or Neon Palace or what's after Frontier? What's after Neon Palace? I think Frontier Canyon, Mystic Haunt, Chaotic Inferno. I don't hate these other stages, but Blue Coast Zone, I don't know, it's the best one. Alright. Here's where I really struggled to pick a stage. Sonic Unleashed for the PS3 and the 360. This is just the one game where I was just like, which stage did I pick? I like all the stages, which one did I pick? In the end, I wound up picking Jungle Joyride Dave. The reason being, getting an S rank here is just so thrilling. You know, getting through the forest with all the frame drops, running across the water with all the frame drops, getting through the ruin era with some frame drops, and getting riding that long grind rail at the end, making sure my ring count stays above 500 so I can get that S rank. Just everything about Jungle Joyride is just fun. I was going to pick Windmill Owls Day. I was gonna pick it and just call it a day, but I didn't want to be boring. So I picked Jungle Joyride. I could have picked Skyscraper Scamper because I like that stage too, but Jungle Joyride wound up winning. Alright, for Sonic for Episode 1, Splash Hill was a no-brainer. Carnival Casino Street is fine. Lost Labyrinth, I don't think too much about it. Mad Gear's okay, and Egg Station exists. It's there. I think Splash Hill is just the best one because it's the most traditional Sonic like because it's like Green Hill. It's basically Green Hill. So there's your Green Hill pick, I guess. Alright, for colors, I was originally gonna do Sweet Mountain, but Starlight Carnival, man. When you run out of that one ship in Act 1, and then the song kicks in, and you just see like the majestic colors of all the other fleets, Act 1 alone just made me choose Starlight Carnival because it's so freaking gorgeous, man. Nothing much more needs to be said than that. Alright, for Gens HD, I picked Green Hill Modern. This is the most boring pick because every time I go back to Sonic Generations, I run through Green Hill Modern. That's literally what I do. I do at least 2 or 3 runs of this, and I call it a day. So, yeah. I was gonna pick Crisis City Modern, but Green Hill won. Alright, up next we have Gens 3DS, and Water Palace Modern was the only correct answer. Now I was gonna pick Emerald Coast. I was gonna pick Emerald Coast, but since I already picked Emerald Coast for Adventure 1, I didn't want to seem redundant, so I just picked Water Palace because I actually do like it. Episode 2, alright, for Episode 2, I did White Park. Same situation like Sonic CD. Played the demo for Sonic for Episode 2 when I ran through this stage. So many times. So many times. Just ran through it so many times. So many times that when I bought the full game, Act 1 was literally beat with no issue. And Act 2 and 3 are actually Act 2 is fun to run through, and Act 3, I used to hate it, but I don't hate it anymore. So there's that. I wasn't going to pick any other stage. Maybe I could have picked Sky Fortress, but White Park would be the only correct answer. And for our final 2, we have both Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. For Mania, I did Press Garden. This one seems like the most boring pick, but I can't help it. Act 2 is so freaking beautiful. I mean, look at it. Look at those colors, man. I was gonna pick Troopy Toad. I was gonna pick Stardust Speedway for the music alone, but then Press Garden was sitting right next to it, and I was like, you know what? I have to pick Press Garden. And then for Forces, I picked Egg Gate. This is the second boost. This is the second modern Sonic level, and it's actually pretty fun to run through though. It's actually pretty fun to actually speed through though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's any other stage I could have picked other than I could have did Spaceport for the Avatar. I could have did that one, but Egg Gate seems like the correct choice. Okay, I thought I was gonna talk way longer than that. Okay, so since Frontiers isn't here though, if I were to pick Frontiers, I would pick the cyberspace level that recreates Green Forest from Sonic Adventure 2. I don't know exactly which level that is. If I'll do some research and put it up on the screen right now what cyberspace level that is, but that's cyberspace level for Forces that I pick. You be perfect. Whew! Okay, we are done. This only took me. I've only been recording for 19 minutes, so not that bad. I thought it was gonna go way longer than that, but thank you guys for coming through and watching me talk about my favorite stages from every single Sonic game that I played. Next time I do this, I'll probably do my favorite bosses from every Sonic level. So maybe you never know. So we're done here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and have a good rest of your day.